What's up, guys? It's Jamar. The NBA season is 2 days away, just 2 days, starts on Tuesday. And I think it's about time, actually, I think it's past time that I go ahead and give you guys my list of the top 5 players in the NBA today. If you guys follow me on social media, you see I'm always commenting on different lists that are made, always giving my opinions and all that. But I figured, you know what? Let me stop doing that and let me give you guys my list, and you guys can blow me up or get on me or whatever the case is. So, without further ado, these are my top 5 current players in the league today. Now, this is based on what I'm expecting of them this upcoming season, what they've proven in the past, but not, based off last season or anything like that. This is my top 5 players for the upcoming season, what I'm expected to see. So let's get right to it. Number 5. At number 5, I got Mr. Anthony Davis, the new Laker himself, simply because he's too good of a basketball player not to be in the top 5. If you're talking PER, which I personally feel there's no perfect stat, I get on Mikey all the time for being too big on stats, but if you're talking PER, which is probably the most complete basketball stat there is, the man has the third best PER of all time. Of all time. It goes Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, okay? We're talking about someone who's, when fully healthy, can score near 30 a game while giving you 12, 13 boards and 3, 4 blocks. Come on. It's spooky. Having him next to LeBron James, I think he's going to get Defensive Player of the Year. He's been very vocal about it, that being his goal, and he's such a great defender. I mean, he could switch on anyone on defense. He's obviously an amazing rim protector. I think him and LeBron James are going to, their games just fit too perfectly together. So I can't not have him as a top 5 player in the league. Number 4, I'm going to go with the 2-time MVP, multiple-time champion, Steph Curry. I think him on his own team without Clay, without KD, we're going to see maybe not the same level, but near the level of his MVP seasons. I think, I've often gotten on Steph for not being that complete of a basketball player. Obviously, there's some flaws on his game on the defensive end, especially, but obviously it's an offensive power league, and offense is way more important, and I'm just excited to see what we're going to see with him. I don't think D'Lo will have that big of a role with the new look Warriors, so I think for sure Steph Curry is going to be powering that team. He's going to be the driving force, the engine, and it'll be exciting to see what he can do. I think he'll take a jump playmaking-wise as well. Those assist numbers will go up, and maybe even defensively, he might even become a better defender. I never expect that from Steph Curry, but you never know. So I got him at 4. Number 3, at the 3 spot, I got Kawhi Leonard. And I got Kawhi Leonard mostly out of respect for what he did last season, because he did have a great season, even though if injuries never occurred, we probably wouldn't even be talking about him. Some people are saying he's the best player in the league. That definitely would not be the case if injuries didn't occur. If injuries didn't occur with the Lakers and they made the playoffs and they made a little run, we would not be talking about Kawhi Leonard. If injuries did not occur with the Warriors, especially, and they get swept, or maybe a gentleman sweep, whatever the case is, we're not talking about Kawhi Leonard. We're probably talking about Kevin Durant. So for that reason, I have Kevin Durant at 3rd, but I do want to make this point as well. I'm very big on Paul George. If you know me, I really do feel that Paul George, I think Paul George has great potential to be the best player on the Clippers. Let me say that again. If Paul George comes back fully healthy, I think that he has potential to be the best player on the Clippers. He is a better scorer than Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels. He's a more aggressive scorer than Kawhi Leonard. He's a better playmaker than Kawhi Leonard. He's right there defensively. He's not Kawhi Leonard defensively, but he's right there. I mean, we're talking about someone who also could have won Defensive Player of the Year last year. So I really have him up there. But again, he's hurt right now. We don't know how he's going to come back. And out of respect for what Kawhi Leonard did last year, I'm going to have him at 3. Number 2, and this one might come as a shock to a lot of you guys. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I got James Harden as the number 2 player in the league right now. Simply because what he's doing, I mean, let's just be real, guys. What he's doing is absolutely insane. I asked this question on my Twitter the other day, and I'm disappointed that I asked it. I'm disappointed that I'm about to say this, but it's true. I think I think James Harden might be the most complete offensive player ever. Now I know that's how that's going to sound at first, but think about it. Think about it. What is the flaw in his offensive game? He doesn't have one. He can score at all three levels. He doesn't shoot the mid-range as much, but his mid-range is cash money. Obviously, we know what his three and his finishing around the rim is. He draws fouls better than anyone ever. He gets to the free throw line better than anyone ever. And when you take into consideration he's doing that while also leading the league in assists multiple seasons, I mean, his playmaking ability is absurd. His handles, everything offensively, I think he legitimately might be the most complete offensive player ever. Anyways, down to the number one spot. Y'all know who it is, the king, LeBron James. Still, nothing has changed. As much as you guys want it to change, LeBron James is still the best player in the league. He's the most complete player, all-around player in the league. I think he's going to value defense a little more in the regular season, especially having Anthony Davis as his teammate. I think he's going to do a lot better job at that. I think his playmaking, I mean, putting him at point guard is going to be so perfect, especially with that new look team. His playmaking is going to be perfected, if not used to its absolute full potential. So I'm really excited to see that. I mean, we know what LeBron offers when it comes to money time. We know what it is. So those are my top 5 players. I got LeBron, I got James Harden, I got Kawhi Leonard, I got Steph Curry, and I got Anthony Davis. Those are my top 5 players. Comment what you think below.